What is going on, guys? My name is Tubby NASCAR. If you don't know, my favorite NASCAR game of all time was NASCAR Dirt to Daytona. My dad and I used to play it all the time. I have uploaded it on this channel a bunch, and it's still to this day, the dirt car racing was one of my favorite things ever. Well, guess what? Monster Games released NASCAR Heat Evolution from Monster Games, so we're going to play a race with Denny Hamlin. Here we go. All right, so as I was saying, NASCAR has always been one of my favorite games. You've seen it occasionally uploaded here where I upload either crashing or crazy stuff, and that is because the last couple NASCAR games have been kind of bad. This is the first one that is officially licensed. Newsbury DMR made this. Monster Games made it. They're publishing it, and I am super excited because, like I said, I grew up on NASCAR Dirt to Daytona, and it was one of my favorite games of all time. Growing up with my grandpa, man, we had the racing wheel on the Xbox with NASCAR 2005, and when EA ran it, and then, you know, it kind of went away, and eventually when it came back with NASCAR, the game, the line, 14 and 15, they were pretty much just the same thing with updated skins for a cheap price, and oh, Denny Hamlin is going to go right into the wall. Hey, I will tell you one thing. When you first try to play the game, it is going to be kind of an arcade with no damage, and it's going to feel kind of weird. You do want to go in and put simulation if you're the kind of simulation damage kind of guy. At first, I went, oh, man, this kind of sucks. And then once I put that on, it felt a hell of a lot better. But we were going to race at Dover. Now, the one thing I do kind of have a problem with is you do have to kind of race a bunch. The very first thing I normally would do would be to dive into Bristol Motor Speedway. I love racing at Bristol and Martinsville, and I wasn't able to do that because there's only 5 tracks available at the start. As here we go. Boogity, 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 boys. As we get going, Denny Hamlin. Now, we're going to try to run this race clean. We are starting in the 40th spot. We're going to try to make our way up all the way from the back. I've tried to do some races where we're getting a little bit of bump drafts going on, trying to stay in the high line and try to see if we could do a little bit of damage. But then I thought, we got to race one clean, just so you guys can see any physics, anything that you may want to if you're thinking about purchasing this game, because it is officially licensed, and there are 40 drivers in the game with the 23 tracks. As Denny Hamlin making the moves on the high line. He's going to pass quite a few guys. Martin Truex Jr. on the low side. They're 3 wide going into turn number 1 as they're going to exit out. Denny Hamlin trying to get a line. Now, I will tell you this. Jeff Gordon is my favorite driver of all time. I fell in love with Jeff Gordon when I was like 6 years old back in the middle 90s. And when he finally retired last year, I was pretty bummed out. And then when he came back because of Dale Earnhardt's concussions, hey, man, maybe NFL players shouldn't be rushing back in with concussions if Dale Earnhardt isn't. But the fact that I get to see Jeff Gordon again in a car is still awesome. So I'm trying to figure out who is my backup favorite. I would have probably said Jimmy Johnson before. But let me know in the comment section below, guys. Who is your favorite NASCAR driver? I don't know what it is about it. I've loved Denny Hamlin's car for a while now with the FedEx number 11. As I have to be honest with you, it has been probably 3 years, just like FIFA, that I've actually fully paid attention to NASCAR. My grandpa absolutely adores NASCAR. He watches it. He's the kind of guy that he'll watch NASCAR. Even if he knows the results, he'll go back through on DVR and watch the race. And we used to race all the time. As Denny Hamlin trying to cut through, we're getting a little bit of bump and rub there. We could have wiped out. I will tell you, there are a lot of occasions in this game that I did wipe out pretty easy. So what you're seeing right here is right there as an example, getting a little loose there in the corner as Jamie McMurray is going to go ahead and block us. We're going to try to get it, and yeah, we're going to go to the outside line. I don't know I'm not sure what difficulty I'm on, if I'm on adaptive AI or if I'm on a little bit lesser of one. You guys can see there a little bump. In a lot of the races, I was kind of going crazy as McMurray's pushing me out of. Hey, I don't think so, man. We are on lap number 6. 10 laps left to go. We're only in 28th as they're running 2 wide in the corner. Like, see, some of these guys, Larson, Boucher, I honestly, I can tell you a lot of drivers. I'll tell you guys like Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch. Some of the smaller name guys I probably couldn't remember to save my life. And that's just the way it is. It's Denny Hamlin. Nice pass in the corner. Oh, man. Now, one thing I will tell you, because I have a buddy, and maybe he's watched this video. He's a hardcore NASCAR fan. He's got every NASCAR game known to man. He collects figures. He collects the die-cast cars, everything. He didn't know if he was a big fan of the game, and I personally have to be honest, I dig it. Compared to the other NASCAR games so far, I'm really enjoying what I'm playing. It's either a little too realistic and I'm kind of really wiping out, or when I really get into a race, I'm really, really enjoying it. If anything, I may say the sound is a little off, and I don't know if that's my headphones necessarily, as we're about halfway through the race right here, as we're going to try to hit the inside now. See, that used to be, what is that? That was David Reagan's car back in the day, right? I'm trying to remember everybody. I do have to tell you this, though. One of my favorite things to do is turning on backwards. The engine does blow pretty fast in this game, and I will show you at the end, because one of the things I love to check out is we're about to pass Casey Kane here. I will say that the pits are pretty nice. One of the things I used to do is run 100, 200, 300 lap races. I would wonder if you guys would actually want to see something like that streamed. I haven't actually tried to do a full race in a long time, or at least a big race. I'd prefer to do it something like Bristol or Martinsville, but I definitely might want to stream this because this is something I wanted to try. As far as I'm doing a career mode, I may do one, but it would be on my second channel. I don't think I would upload it here, so if you guys want to go subscribe to that, you can. YouTube.com/TubbyEmu. As we got about 6 left to go, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is going to be in front of us. Going to be running that low line. Going to go up top. Nice! As I'm pretty sure we're going to catch him here as our last lap times. We're putting up some good numbers right now. Getting some speed, as I think that's Brad Keselowski and the number 2 right in front of him. So Stenhouse and Keselowski, we're going to try to pass. I do like Brad, too, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's Brad Keselowski. As almost 3 wide in the corner, coming out of number 4. As we're going to pass Brad on the inside. Try to scoop up top as Stenhouse putting up a battle. We're battling in the corners. Danica Patrick is ahead of us. Coming out of 2. It looks like Stenhouse, and we've got the line, and we're going to go ahead and pass him. Coming into turn number 3 as we we're getting a little loose in the corner. We're getting loose. Now, I have done some races in first-person mode. There are 3 camera angles compared to other games where they do kind of have more. There are 3. There's in cockpit, there's this one, and then there's from the hood of the car. And I will tell you is we're going to try to pass Danica. We only got 3 laps left to go. We got to get at least a top 10. Anything less than a top 10, I think, would be a little disappointing. But right now, like I said, we started in 40th place. So anything above that, man, do they only have 40 cars, or do they now run 40 instead of 43? Am I being dumb here? Let me know in the comments, because I don't remember. Clint Boyer. Yeah, I don't think so, man. Coming up on him in the number 15. Got the names. We're going to pass in easily. That was a close high line. All right, we got 2 laps left to go, roughly. Greg Biffle. We're about to... Yeah, we're in 12th place. We need to pass Greg Biffle in. I can't tell exactly who that is ahead of him. I'll try to notice in a second. As going to run into a little bit of bump. That's Casey Mears. All right, so we're approaching Casey Mears. Casey Mears is the guy to beat to get in the top 10. Can we get in the top 10 here at... Oh, man. Yeah, we're easily going to be able to bust past him in the Geico. Number 13 is... No, wait a minute. We went a little high. Casey's able to pass us. We are coming into the final lap as we get the white flag. There we go. We got the low line. Geico number 13. Sorry, FedEx is going to take you down as we're battling right now. We're going to try, and boom, we have passed him. Let's see if we can creep into number 9. I don't think there's any way we can catch him in this corner. But coming into corner number 3. And no, there's no way we're going to catch him. But I want to know what you guys think of NASCAR Heat Evolution from what you've seen right here. I'm going to try to do some other stuff, maybe some online races. If you have the game, make sure to tweet me at TubbyEmu. Maybe we try to get some online subscriber lobbies in, try to play with you guys. Speed rating 99 as we did jump way up there. So we're trying to unlock to get more tracks. That's all I'm trying to do, man. I just want to unlock the tracks so we can bust our way to the top. Oh, man, I'm digging it. I'm liking what I see. You know what? Let's show some crash gameplay. Before we do, we got to show the pits. It's always one of my favorite things to show off. As you got the Denny Haley number 11 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I have to be honest. I love the pit animation. I haven't yet to try it with a full pit stop. That would be kind of fun. As we're going to change it away. And there you go. So there's the pits if you're wondering what it looks like in NASCAR Heat. But let's see what the damage is. All right, we're going to be in first person here. As Kevin Harvick's ahead of us in the Jimmy John's number. Oh, we're going to spin out. We're caught up in a cloud of our own smoke as we got taken out. The engine lights on. But here we go. This is what I wanted to try. We do this every year to see what the gameplay's like. I've yet to try it without putting on engine blowing because there's no damage if you do that. I wish I could turn off engine blowing. As we're going to get hit, we're going to be put into the wall. He goes flying. Holy crap. But can we go flying? Is there any damage from past games? So we'll get spun around, and no, it looks like it's going to be it. So there it is. There's heat evolution. We're gonna go, holy crap, we're going to go flying.